Popper here in Bangor. I'm joined by head coach Mark Shields from the MDI Trojans down in Bar Harbor. Coach, after what I guess almost a month, or no, I mean, started on the 16th, so 3 weeks. We're ready for football, countable football on Friday night, September 5th.
Yeah, so we got through 2 days and double sessions and 6 a.m. practices. I don't know what coach decides to have that kind of schedule. But we survived that, and right now we're in to week 1 of the regular season, and we're getting ready to take on the Shiretowners. And I was told back in the day that when I went to UMaine Presque Isle, I was like, what's a Shiretowner? Or Shiretown, and apparently it has something to do with if they have the court system in that.
Yeah, it's a government seat. Yes.
Yeah. So I learned something at college. That was
job.
probably the only thing. So yes, headed up to Houlton for the 7 o'clock kickoff.
So what time will you leave on Friday?
We are going to be excused at 1:15, and the bus leaves at 1:30. So they got 15 minutes to.
It's about three, probably, and are you going to stop up at the, you probably have to stop halfway, like at Midway, to go to the bathroom. So I would expect it's probably about a 4-hour trip up there, which would get you up there around 5:30, which is probably about what time you want to be there for a 7 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah, right. So there's that right there in Medway, right? Medway Millinocket rest stop. So we can hit that and keep on trucking north. And I would suspect, I know by car, I can be in I can be in Millinocket, but I can be in Houlton by maybe 2.5, 2:45. But by bus, it's going to be
a little longer.
Probably, I'm thinking 3.5, maybe.
Yeah. And then with the So, we will say that I am not going to be broadcasting that game. Unfortunately, I have to be in Bangor tomorrow night, but we will have every other game either online or on air. And so we want to wish the Trojans the best of luck. It feels like this probably be maybe the first or second game I've missed in about 13 years. So it definitely feels odd not going up there.
And we will hold it against you.
Yes. I'm sure there will be being held against me. So tell us what you're preparing for, what you see out of the Houlton Shiretowners, and what does MDI do to win tomorrow night?
Yeah, that's the loaded question, right? The thing about Houlton, as we talked about on Monday, excuse me, was they have some good-sized kids up front, and then they have some real athletic backs behind them, back/receivers. They move kids around to different formations. We know number 44 seems to be their go-to guy for the big plays. But then they have some other kids. Their quarterback number 7 is good. They have number 12, their fullback. They got some other guys that can make plays. So it's pick your poison, really.
Right.
Like any coach would say any week, you don't want to give up the big play, obviously, and try to contain them the best you can defensively. I mean, you're not going to stop them, I don't think, but hope to contain. And obviously, special teams, we want to win the special team battle. I think it's going to be a close game. We'll find out. I'll know more come 9 o'clock, 9:30 Friday night, but I do think we're pretty evenly matched. And, and then offensively, we just have, protect the football. Bill Belichick, right? Protect the football, let your defense, play well and keep you in the game, and hope that we can get the ball in the end zone a few times.
You want to follow the Patriots, Bill Belichick, and not the UNC Bill Belichick.
Yeah, that was a tough start for Coach Belichick, but I have total faith in him, and I know he's going to turn it around.
You may hear in the background Butter, my new 6-month-old puppy, gnawing on his squeaky toy. So I apologize if we have squeaks. It's not my knees yet. That's coming. Um, how injury wise, what do the Trojans look like? I mean, it's another week, and as we talk about, there are the planned oohies and owies that come from football.
Yeah, overall, we're a pretty healthy football team. We have a couple younger guys dealing with some things, but our older guys are ready to roll, and we've had a good week of practice. Fortunately, no injuries in practice, so we're feeling good on that front.
And then next week, so it'll be the 12th. MDI will be at home.
Right. So we have a JV game at Orono on Monday at 4:30, and then the Trojans will be back 7 p.m. for the Lakers of Lake Region the following Friday.
Which is amazing that we're not going to Lake Region, because it seems like for whatever reason we've been to Lake Region 8 out of the last. It seems like 8 out of the 8 years. I mean, but ever since Lake Region has gone to E-Man football, it seems like we've been down there. So it'll be nice not to have a trip down there.
Yeah, right. It's 3 years in a row we've been down to Lake Region, and I remember I got off the bus the first year, and I asked the athletic director if I was in New Hampshire or not. I couldn't tell if I was still in Maine, but yeah, it's quite a trek down there.
And the game is at 7, or did they move those 7? I know at one point that Bunky Dow was looking at, maybe it was last year, the games were starting at 6, but they're going to start at 7.
Right. So you're correct. The last 2 or 3 years we've been starting at 6. Talking to Mr. Dow, apparently it's been difficult, and I get it, for the officials because they have like real lives, right? Real jobs. So
Right.
they have a hard
And
time.
traffic to get to the island is tough.
Yeah. So for a 6 o'clock kickoff, and I'm sure, they got to be here probably around 5. So this gives them an extra hour. So all our games, unless it's a Saturday, I believe are all going to be at 7 p.m.
Yeah, and we're we're not having a home Saturday game, so it'll be Friday nights at 7, so everyone can plan. And we have the schedule on the WDEA website, but we'll put it on with this coaches show as well. Um, but kind of exciting. The boys will be able to wear the uniforms to school. It's kind of that whole tradition type uh, of Football Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, I love having Elias Byrne as my assistant because he was a player of mine and he's all about tradition. And apparently some things have been slipping, according to him. Coach Shields has been slipping. Like, Coach, why are these guys dressed the way they are? Some of them don't have their jerseys on, and they have Crocs on and sweatpants, and we got to class this up a little bit. So he's talked to the team about the way they are supposed to dress on game day. So we'll see how that all pans out.
I imagine it's going to pan out exactly how Elias wants it to pan out. If not this week, then definitely next week.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I hope they don't have to like square off their turns like in the military. But yeah, we'll see how it pans out. Hopefully, all of them have their jerseys on Friday
Well,
because I don't want to
right,
get that. So
right. And again, it's that whole, we had those issues about going up to Stearns and forgetting a few things. So hopefully that's all ironed out as well.
yeah, we're hoping that is ironed out for sure. I would suspect it is. I think everybody will have their helmet. But yeah, if we get to Houlton and someone's missing their helmet, then we'll have to reinforce those points that we discussed in Millinocket.
I am sure that we just open your windows at about 5, 6 o'clock, and you might hear the reinforcements from Houlton down on the island, and certainly in Bangor.
Yeah, I would suspect that's probably true.
Yeah. All right. and it's going to be, it would be nice to have, it's going to be odd this year not to have the cheerleaders going up. But for whatever reason, that's the way it is. But we'd love to have planned now for circle September 12th on your calendar. So that way you can be at the school and the band will be there and the cheerleaders will be there. And I know they're working desperately to get the snack shack open. And it's that whole tradition of football Fridays on the island, which is great. I mean, it's all part of high school football.
Yeah, great point, Chris. I totally agree. I've been playing football since I was a little kid. Now I've been coaching, and there's just something about it. Even I'm 52 years old, but I still get a chill. When I hear that band and the kids are running on the field, and right, I mean the big crowd, and there's just something to be said about Friday Night Lights, and it's just so exciting. And right, so if you can't make it up to Houlton, I know that's a little bit of a ride. We probably
Right.
have a few people up there. Hopefully you can get out to our home opener against Lake Region the following Friday.
And again, we will have that game on the internet at WDEA.am. You can listen on our free downloadable app and on any Alexa enabled device. And it'll be that way until the Red Sox are off, um, which, mid October, hopefully, with playoffs. All right, Coach, best of luck. You and I will do another coaches show on Monday so we could talk about Friday night's game and hopefully discuss what the how MDI did and how they brought home the W.
That would be nice for sure.
All right,
Sounds good.
Coach. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Chris.